beta-carotene and vitamin A and vitamin C of two different varieties of sweet potato, because this research will help to improve food processing techniques, enhance nutritional value of sweet potatoes, and ultimately better health outcomes for consumers. And the objective is to evaluate the two drying method on two varieties of sweet potato, to assess the effect of two drying method on the protein content of two varieties of sweet potato flour over a period of time, and also assess the effect of two drying method on beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin C of two varieties of sweet potato flour over a period of time. This sweet potato variety, I said, was sourced from Boko in Benue State. That's the orange flesh sweet. The orange flesh sweet, it's orange flesh and also has orange back, and then it's purple flesh and it's purple back. And then the experimental design was a 2x2x3x3 factorial experiment in a randomized complete block design. Yes, and the two dry method used to dry two varieties of sweet potato chips in replicates milled and stored for a duration of 16 weeks of 3 replicates. That's at the 16th, 12th, and at the 8th, 12th, and 16th week of storing this sweet potato flour. Analysis was being conducted, and nutritional analysis, yes, was being conducted. Nutritional data was being collected at that point. So the samples were stored in the airtight container. Of course, there were so many processing before we ensure that it's of high quality, in the sense that after the potatoes were brought to us in UI, we firstly washed, then we sorted, then we peeled, then we sliced with the slicer in order to have equal sizes of the sweet potato chips before we later took it to dry with the sun and all that, and with the oven. So, and then it was reweighed after slicing. That's to compare both method. Then the samples were then stored in a airtight container. And like I said, the analysis for the nutritional analysis was carried out at the 8th, 12th, and 16th week during storage. So these are data that were collected. Okay, yes. So basically, we took the weights of samples before drying, the time taken to dry the samples for both method, the weight for the samples, the weight of the samples after milling, that's after drying and after milling, then approximate analysis of the fresh sweet potato roots for both varieties, and then approximate composition and vitamin analysis of the stored sweet potato flour for both varieties. So yes, we came up with these results, and sorry. So for the results, we realized that there are no significant difference between the two varieties of the drying, with two varieties of the two varieties are dried. So the okay, so it's that the use of oven time compared to drying under the sun. But then drying under the sun also took more time, yes, so before the chips were completely dried. And exposing food produce to environmental contaminations like dust and insects also in a way affected the nutritional analysis of the sweet potato flour. So for the nutritional analysis, approximate analysis, for the moisture content, we realized that we have a range of 5.9 to 10.76, and there's no significant difference between the orange flesh and purple flesh varieties. That's after it was being analyzed, either drying with the sun or with the oven for a period of 16 weeks. But then we realized that the 8th and 12th week of storage for both varieties, that there was a significant difference for all the values at the 5% level, and we had the highest moisture content, that's 10.76 at the 12th week of oven-dried purple flesh variety, while the lowest 5.74 was obtained in the 16th week of the oven-dried orange flesh variety. So For the hash content that ranges between the hash content ranges between 1.34 to 7.69, we realized that the variation might be to the varietal and processing effect because of the different because different varieties contain different mineral matters, which practically would influence the hash content. So maybe we should just go to the conclusion. I would have loved to talk about the vitamin A, beta carotene, and vitamin C, but because of our time, the two drying method are good as they both yielded sweet potato flour of good quality, yes, over a period of 16 weeks. However, to obtain fast drying, which is less stressful, the withdrying method, though more expensive, is recommended, while the sun drying method is cheaply executed, but it takes a longer time and then may be prone to contaminations, like you said. And then for the proximate analysis, the purple flare sweet potato dried with oven dryer will be recommended for production of pastries by food industries, while that for the vitamin analysis, it suggests that the orange flesh and purple flesh sweet potato dried under the sun actually will be better for production of pastries. So this was the results that we came out with that. This influenced our conclusion. So if we are to give a recommendation, we'll ask that further studies focus on the microbial contaminations of the flour from respective processing methods and different kinds of storage system for prolonging the shelf life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Can we quickly have one question or observation? Please. Step forward.
Thank you very much. My question is that for the potato, after drying and undergoing on the processing, I don't know if your covers the shelf life of the produce at the end of the day. The shelf life after undergoing all this processing, how long does it take before spoilage?
Thank you. Want to quickly respond?
Okay, thank you so much. For the purpose of this research, we only stored for, we are only able to carry it out for a period of 16 weeks. But then, because the product was still with us, that's the dried samples were still with us, I still was observing what happened to the flour and realized that it could still stay longer. But then we're not bothered about carrying out nutritional analysis again on it. So for the period of 16 weeks, it was still very rich.
Okay, thank you very much. I launched the online presenters are ready. So let me hand over to Dr. Question. Dr. Montayo, please. Oh yeah.
Ayola Jide, please. Good afternoon, sir. Ayola Jide is okay, sir. Please give me a few minutes. I want to share my screen, sir. Please, can we all see my screen, sir? Hello, sir. Go on, please. Okay, good afternoon. Thank you so much, and all protocol duly observed. My name is Ayola Jiden, and I'm presenting on behalf of my other colleagues. So the title of our topic is Tackling Bottlenecks to the Attainment of Sustainable Development Goals 2, 8, and 13 in Lagos State, Nigeria. So the overview of the concept of Sustainable Development Goals said the SDG provide a developmental, social, economic, and environmental sustainability framework. And the SDG is made up of 17 goals, 168 target, and 23 indicators with a benchmark for 2030. So the emphasis of the Sustainable Development Goal is to identify the area of development as pertains to social, economic, and environmental sustainability. And the SDG addresses the challenge of sustainable development that are faced by countries around the world. Its impact is to ensure that what is being carried out today for social, economic, and environmental development is sustainable, that it doesn't bring any negative effects in future. Now, Nigeria is among the member countries of the UN, and Lagos State is regarded as the economic hub of the country. So why this study focus on Lagos State is that it's regarded as the economic hub of Nigeria, where we have the population and whereby we have the activities towards that needs much of sustainability. Now, this study actually focuses on the SDG 2, 8, and 13. And this were actually picked because of the interdependence that actually surrounds these goals. And the first goal, which is the goal 2, talks about zero hunger. So the aim of the zero hunger is to achieve food security, sustainable agriculture, and increased nutrition globally. And the indicators of zero hunger are food availability, access, utilization, as well as the stability of the tree, according to Gill at 2018. So the raising zero hunger inherently eliminates numerous problems in a country, becomes a stepping stone to all-round development. As you know that food is key for every activities a man will engage, even for academic activities, food is necessary. So we actually focus on this because it's the basic need of every human. So now we talk about the second goals under consideration is goal 8, which is decent work and economic growth. This focus on economic emancipation and development. According to Kofi Ogul 2022, economic growth is a major concern of every nation and is defined as the increase in an economic productive capacity mentioned in terms of the GDP. So we could see that this hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much. So we could see that this goal actually contributes to the GDP of the nation, and which actually translates to the overall development of the nation at large. So this is one of the paramount needs of this goal. So the other one is the climate actions, and which is also what we have seen over time, especially what happened in the northern state of the nation as a last year. So climate action is a recent one, and the upsurge of climate change and its negative effect globally has made it a pressing issue based on what was experienced also in Kaduna, whereby we saw flooding last year, and it actually affects the productivity of the people. So we're also looking at it in Lagos also, like, okay, this is also imminent in practices in Lagos. So deliberate climate action to combat climate change has become integral in countries' policy globally. Deliberate actions to combat climate change has become in countries' policy globally. So this is what sponsored the need of carrying out this study. Now, the geographical scope of this research, which is Lagos State, is known to be the economic capital of the country. further indicating the importance to Nigeria. To improve upon and measure the entirety of the social, economic, and environmental well-being of Lagos, goals 2, 8, and 13 are indispensable. This is according to the UN SDG report. The objective of the study: to identify the constraint to food security in Lagos State and provide recommendations to address this constraint. The second objective is to highlight the problem of unemployment and jobs insecurity in Lagos and how it can be solved, and to determine the problem of climate change and its impact on food security in Lagos and its environment and how it can be managed. The methodology. The methodology employed in this research was a systematic search across multiple academic sources, such as Google Scholar, Scopus, ResearchGate, Science Direct, and Taylor and Fast, using keyword bottleneck, SDG 283, and Lagos State. So the emphasis is to actually check about what other authors have actually done through a systematic research. I'm able to identify the problem. I'm able to make the recommendations. So these, considering the 3 goals, these are the major bottleneck that we found that it keeps reoccurring. And the first one is food security and access issue in Lagos. We could see that the over-reliance on rain, lack of access to farming technology, pests and diseases, low facility of soil for agricultural purposes is one of the factors that actually contribute to zero hunger in Lagos, as Lagos find it difficult to actually produce what is sufficient for the populace. Another issue that we find is challenge to agricultural productivity. I also said that the high rural to urban migration and constraint of agricultural supply chain also caused this. Considering the second goal, which actually talks about decent job and work environment, we could actually see that in Lagos, overpopulation remains a constant issue that is making the goal to be achievable, and environmental population also. And the last part that we cover, due to the growing of companies in Lagos, the burning of fossil and human activities also contribute to climate change. So these are the lingering problems that we're able to identify from literature regarding the attainment of the SDG 2, 8, and 13 in Lagos State. So, and also we're able to identify some solution also. So the implementation of vertical farming to tackle the constraints to food security. This talks about providing support to agricultural practices in Lagos. Employment of advanced storage system to address post-harvest loss. Creation of more jobs to absorb the growing population. This actually emphasizes the need for individuals, businesses, the government to also provide more jobs also, such that humans can be able to afford the things that they need. Investments in capacity development to enhance the employability and productivity of the employee. So we are also, research also emphasizes there is a need to create capacity development of employee, as this will also give them the ability to tackle the present problem and the emerging problems. Implementation of carbon tax. As to know that if there is no consequence for every human actions, human can persist in engaging in this action. So regarding the climate action, literature found that there is need to implement carbon tax such that there is a fine placed on every individuals or companies that are actually engaging in activities that actually contribute to climate change. So in conclusion, it was discovered from the research that SDG 2, 8, and 13 are intertwined and are dependent on each other for their overall actualization. In essence, an improvement in SDG 2 is an improvement in SDG 8 and 13, leading to the recommendations that in tackling the bottleneck of these SDGs. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Do you have questions for him? Questions or contributions? Okay. So we may need to give you the mic. Please, Absamat, take the mic to you. No, Jesus. So please hold on. People have questions for you. Okay? Can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ayola, Jide, Malayade Francis. I want to put this question to you that in relation to the Sustainable Development Goals, how applicable is it to some fields like library and information science? That's the first question. And the second question I want to put to you is, how adoptable has it been in the field of library and information science? Thanks.
Did you hear the questions clearly?
Yes. Yes.
So just hold on. Just hold on. Let me ask you if you have some other questions, then you can take them together. Do you have any other question? Any other question for him? Okay, none. So you can answer.
Thank you so much, sir. One of the emphases of the Sustainable Development Goals is capacity development, and which is so in relation to library, the SDG 8 emphasize on decent work environment and capacity. And one of the solutions that we're able to provide is capacity development. So I believe that considering this, when librarians are able to develop their capacity in addressing the information challenge that we have currently, whereby libraries is majorly seen as a place where we have old materials, due to the emerging technologies, when the librarians are able to develop their capacity in relation to this, the library profession will be viewed as a profession that is sustainable, that is not going to, is still going to be encouraged to be, the library profession is still going to be seen as relevant to meeting the information needs of the library users. And also, if I get the second question correctly, whereby it talks about adoption of the SDGs. So in emphasis, I would like to say that increasing capacity development is important for library professionals in order to ensure that the profession is sustainable. Let me use that word based on the topic I'm trying to address, in order to ensure that the relevance of library practices is not only for the present, but is also considering the future needs of the library user. So considering this, when library professionals are able to develop their capacity, then we can say that the profession of library is sustainable. I don't know if I've been able to offer a little insight onto the question, sir. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I don't know if I've been able to address the question sufficiently.
Yes, you have been able to address that. You have been able to do that. We have an echo. Okay, Mr. Ayola, I have a suggestion for you. you actually gave us some solutions, right? Which I think they're also like recommendations, but your solutions are hanging. I think it would be good if you actually target them towards some people. For instance, probably this one should be implemented by the government. This one should be implemented by the maybe non-government organizations. This one should be implemented by this, all right? So you gave some solutions, but we need to know who are the people that will actually implement these recommendations. Who are they targeted towards? So please include that in your work.
Okay, thank you so much for that recommendation. I really appreciate it.
All right. So I think we can release you, Mr. Yola.
Thank you so much.
We don't have any other question. So we can have the next presenter.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Let me share my. I'm trying to share the. Okay, and good evening, all of you. And my name is Maigari Muntaka Amadu. I'm presenting my paper on the topic, the appraisal of the NCE program for the production of effective geography teachers. So, in Nigeria, one aspect of the education which is very important to entire educational system and national development is teachers' education. And the teacher is the most important factor required by the society for the effective realization of its political and economic, technological, moral, and social developmental objectives. And education is one of the vital key Education is one of the vital instruments in development and is hello. 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 Hello? Hello?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay. Yes. So education is one of the vital instruments in development, and so according to the National Policy on Education, 2004, education in Nigeria is considered as an instrument par excellence for effective national development. Geography is an essential field to every human being because it consists of knowledge of the world around us, and the study of distinctive characteristics of geography contributes to the balanced development of individuals. 1999 paints that education that does not include geography will have a lot of social cost, among which include the preparation of young students of early awareness of spatial relationship, denial of students their early exposure to maps and their uses. It engenders a geographic literacy that will last till adulthood, among others. And the use of current events in general education classes can not only enable performance, but also serves to create and develop students' social coherence, and in a particular helps to increase students' global awareness. In short, the use of current events contributes to the naturalization and enrichment of learning experiences. Then the kinds of current events that can be used in the classroom environment are extensive. The samples can be from both the local environment or from different parts of the world. Earthquakes, natural disasters, economic problems, social events, or cultural transformations can be considered as daily events. That is Yobos et al. 2017. And the Nigerian Certificate in Education, that is NCE program. So the Nigerian Certificate in Education, NCE program was created in line with the Ashby report on education in 1950, which emphasized the need for training of middle-level manpower for our educational institutions. Initial graduates from colleges of education, that is to say, NCE holders, were employed to teach secondary schools, both junior and senior secondary. But with the abolition of teacher training college, full titled produced teachers for primary schools. NCE holders were taught redirected to teach mainly in the basic education years, primary and junior secondary schools. And this is why, according to the National Policy on Education, Nigerian Certificate in Education is considered the minimum qualification for entering into teaching profession in Nigeria. Candidates seeking admissions into NCE program are expected to be in a position of a teacher graduate certificate with merit or credit passes in teaching subject they want to offer during NCE course. Holders of the West African School Certificate, senior school certificate, or general certificate education of education, ordinary level with credit in subjects to be offered at the NCE courses, including English. They are also qualified to sit for entrance examination initially conducted by individual colleges of education, Formula Day 2018. Then the NCE curriculum. In the present NCE curriculum is geared towards making the recipient a subject specialist. So that is, the recipient is trained in either one or two subject areas, one subject in case of double major, and two subjects in case of combined major. Courses are offered in the subject areas and in education courses like philosophy of education, psychology of education, sociology of education, curriculum, guidance and counseling, and so on. In addition to this, there are the general study courses like language and communication skills, citizenship education, and others. 2001. The manner of training in these courses is geared towards secondary school pedagogy and not towards primary school pedagogy, like the former grade 2 curriculum that was totally geared towards primary school pedagogy. At primary school level, a teacher teaches across the subject, and not that he or she specializes in teaching of one or two subjects. An NCE holder who read English and Yoruba languages, for example, might not be able to teach mathematics and science effectively if employed to teach in primary schools, except he or she were a little inclined in these areas on his or her own. So the only course geared towards primary school pedagogy is primary education studies, PES. But numbers of candidates offering the courses is far too below the needed number, put at 772,238. So in the year 2000, so variable 2001. Then geography teacher. Geography is a study of Earth, its inhabitants, and the interrelationship between them in the context of place, space, and environment, and it seeks to describe and explain the natural and human features found in the numerous environment on the Earth. And it celebrates the rich diversity of peoples living on this Earth, this place, and it explores the social, economic, and cultural activities in which they engage. A major concern of all geographical studies is the interrelationship of natural and human features and lives of people, the relationship of humanity to environment at a variety of level from the local to the global. Graham et al., 1995. Geography teachers instruct students on the physical and cultural geography of the earth, and they often work with secondary school students, preparing lessons, class activities, and assessment that engage and inspire students to learn core geography topics. And use of current event in geography teaching. Education provides an awareness of social situations and problems that students may encounter in daily life and offers students the ability to consider how to solve social problems. For example, one of the most important reasons why content courses such as history, geography, citizenship, and arts are included in the school program is to equip students with real-life experience and skills. Current events can therefore be used effectively in many content areas such as physics, chemistry, biology, science, and social studies. Use the current event is considered to be pedagogically important in content area classes. Hence, the content area teachers should integrate current events with their curriculum. For example, due to its content, geography is a discipline that is intertwined with life on both a local and global scale, and it can include current events within its content. And there is a mutual causal link between geography classes and current events. Students can understand how geographic information corresponds to life, and they can gain different perspectives for their future lives by drawing conclusions from real-life examples. So in conclusion, this study examined the Nigerian Certificate in Education, NCE program, critically in relation to the number of successful geography graduates who had this credential. According to analysis, teacher education is extremely important to the nation's overall development. And this paper argues that Nigeria needs a well-designed teacher education program in order to produce teachers with a deeper level of knowledge and expertise in teaching for increased productivity and national development. It also looks at how interested geography teachers are in current events, what resources they used to learn about them, how they taught current events, and what values and skills they wished to instill in their students. In overall, this study insisted us in analyzing the fundamental teaching philosophies and methods that educators reported using when instructing geography classes on current events. Students can be forced to investigate events and draw conclusions from them when studying geography. Student active engagement in class has to be increased quickly. Current event must be taught to them in a reliable manner, and current event must be used to make the lesson enjoyable. However, we cannot separate people from current events when teaching geography. It is crucial that geography teachers use a variety of resources and techniques to teach pupils geographical ideas and facts while incorporating current events into their courses. And this study concludes by demonstrating that geography professors should be competent mentors to their students when it comes to teaching current events and using them in the classroom. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Megari. So do we have questions for him? Contributions. Well done. There's no option for you. So appreciate your contribution.
That was the last paper by the participants. Please, let's clap for ourselves. For coming to the end of the presentations. I don't think, since I've been on this campus, I have witnessed this kind of conferences where people come from different backgrounds. In fact, many of the presenters, some of the things that they were saying, I couldn't understand because some came from sciences, some from even medicine, architecture, and the rest. And that means we have achieved the objective of this conference. You know, we have been able to rub minds together and relate some of the presentation even to our own field. And I was able to participate in some of the breakout sessions yesterday. And I was actually excited by the quality of presentations and discussions that took place. And it now occurs to us that we should sustain the tempo of, will I say experiment? Because it's a process that has eventually emerged, you know, from the dream of multidisciplinarity. And that dream has been established with this conference. And you will agree with me that we should sustain that tempo and we should, in addition, maintain a networking process among the participants of this conference and into the future. Our dream is that this conference will be coming up annually. I pray that we are going to achieve that, you know, with availability of resources. But all of us here, we should also be able to establish a process whereby we come together annually, you know, and exchange views on our various achievements over, you know, each year and continue to improve on what we have achieved during this conference. Therefore, we are proposing to establish a network that will embrace every of the participants in this conference. We start locally, and then eventually we are having a global vision about this conference. Even though we are starting here, but it is not impossible that very soon we'll probably take this conference to another country and, you know, get scholars from other climes to be involved. So we are dreaming of establishing a network that will roughly be known as Society for Multidisciplinary Studies. That is what we are establishing. That is what we are envisaging. And the objective of this society will be as follows. A, to provide forum for interdisciplinary discourses through seminars, workshops, and conferences. B, to undertake and collaborate in solution-driven research for development. C, to conduct development-focused policies appraisals. And finally, to organize capacity building programs for members of the network. And that program, of course, can take place anywhere globally. That's our vision. And of course, the eligibility for membership of this society will include a bachelor's degree. Of course, I believe there's no one here who is not a graduate. Before you can come to this level, you must have, you know, made some journey in the academia that has seen you to this level. So basically, the qualification for eligibility is a bachelor's degree from a recognized university and proof of enrollment for a master's degree in any recognized university. So you may not necessarily have qualified, by having a master's degree, but there must be some evidence that you have enrolled for a master's degree, because that's the very beginning of researching in the academia. B, a master's degree from a recognized university with proof of enrollment for doctoral degree studies in any recognized university. So you must also have been enrolled for advanced research degree, and that's a doctoral degree in any university, on the surface of the arts. And of course, members who already have a doctoral degree and are already integrated into the academics will also be accepted as regular or full membership. Now, we are also thinking about the categories and membership fee. I mean, all of this will be decided eventually, by a standing committee, which we are going to appoint here. So we are envisaging that the categories of membership will be full membership, associate membership, institutional membership, which will involve public and private research organizations, and corporate membership, which will be grant awarding organizations, research and development entities, or grant awarding or corporate social investment driven organization. So that is the summary of the vision. But before we go ahead to select those who are going to drive this vision, I will want to entertain one or two opinions about this proposal, if it's agreeable to participants at this conference. So please, let's have your opinion about this proposal that we have presented. Please, anybody who wants to say something about it? Yes, sir. Can some of our students help me? Okay.
And organizations cannot be pushed aside in trying to drive a vision. And an organization is made up of different types of people with shared vision, determination to achieve a particular goal. That's distinguished from an individual. We came here for this as individuals. If we form this society, we are putting ourselves together as an organization. And that puts us in better state to drive the vision that has been articulated so far. And we will not be doing something novel. We will not be adding from what is upon us. Some people gather like this, establish for society of engineers, and then the FPS is over us into direction of this regard. So I submit that I take a good direction. And if we are going to follow protocol of parliament, I think I will want the second that we have that society.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Prof.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, my chairman. It is a very worthy one, but I want us to do searching online. Let the young people do it and see if there is a similar society already in existence to avoid duplication. It's possible this is the first of its kind in the whole globe. But let's stay search if there's any society for multidisciplinary studies. Let's search.
Okay.
Number two, you have, I think one concept, you have it already, SMS. When you send messages, you say SMS, short message. Okay, you're the one who knows you put that into. So we still have SMS. So if you have our own abbreviation as SMS, will it in any way be a duplication? I don't think so. But can we qualify it? Is it possible? These are just opinions. Can we have, say, Nigerian Society of this, or International Society of this, or Multidisciplinary Studies, or will it just be Society of Multidisciplinary Studies? Then let's look at where all these search for that SMS. Do we have it anywhere in the world? Can we qualify us or just have it the way they have suggested? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. In fact, it's a very good idea that Prof have suggested. And I personally would be excited if there are already established similar bodies across the world. It can only strengthen us, because the next thing that we will do is to see how we can network with such bodies. And then we can now see the gaps that we can fill from this part of the world, in that part of the body. In that part of the global organization, if it does exist. So I quite agree with you, and we are going to do that. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prof, for the suggestion. I think there shouldn't be a problem with SMS. You can have same acronym for different organizations. It's what you define it to be that you have it. But what you say is also important, because in terms of registration, if you are going to register with Corporate Affairs Corporate Affairs Commission, for instance, we need to look for word search. So if it's going to be registered in Nigeria, they may want us to put something Nigerian Society, blah, 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 blah. So if it's going to be a global association, they can say international, blah, blah, blah. So, but depending on the time we are ready for registration. So I want to suggest that maybe we should just keep the SMS for now, but we should be open to the point that I think we are going to register with CAC. We must register with CAC. Then things may change at that point in time, based on what is available. Yeah.
Thank you. Please.
Thank you, sir. Let me first adopt previous speakers, especially Prof. I want to believe. Yeah, but based on what Prof said, just the penultimate speaker, about if we have a similar organization, there is this search I conducted that is SMART, Society for Multidisciplinary and Advanced Research Techniques, SMART. Okay. But be that as it may, in as much as even this for Africa can have so many organizations, freedom of association, we can tweak the name. But I think we're all agreed that having such a site is more than important and very, very, it will be best for us. And maybe when we get to the point, there are other things like the entry points that we may have to tweak in such a way that it's not going to be an all-common affair. But just like other speakers have said, I fully adopt this society.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Any other view? Okay. Okay. Let's have a female voice. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Can I have the microphone? Okay, somebody is also. Because of our time, we want to keep it very short and sharp. Yes.
Good afternoon, sirs. Good afternoon. Concerning the organization, on behalf of my department, which I'm a student, Data and Information Science,
Okay.
we'll be providing the association a visiting website.
Okay.
As well as
That's very good. Thank you. Give it to the next person. That's the spirit.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, from the search, we have 7 organizations that have related names. The first one, International Society for Interdisciplinary Research.
Okay.
The second one, Association for International Studies. The third, International Association of Science and Technology. The fourth one, the Interdisciplinary Research Network. Then the fifth, the Multidisciplinary Research Network. The sixth, the Society for Interdisciplinary Studies. And the seventh one, the International Society for Systems Science and Systems Engineering.
Oh, okay.
These are the 7 that we have now globally.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, but my observation is that some of the ones that you have just mentioned are actually focused on particular disciplines. For example, the ones that say science and engineering, you know, it may not be embracing enough to include arts, social sciences, and the rest.
Sorry, just to give us the idea of the name.
Okay.
The one that is closest is the Interdisciplinary Research Network.
Okay.
That's
Thank you. Well, I can assure you that we are going to search as wide as possible and it's not going to be a local thing anyway, because our vision is beyond. You can see that some of the presentations at this meeting are actually beyond Nigerian borders. So we need to extend it as widely as possible. Thank you very much for your views. Now, may I make a suggestion? We need a group of people to drive this vision at this initial stage. And we want to make sure that we have them among us here, even though eventually we are going to expand the spectrum. Okay? By the time we do the search and we do carry out other networking, we'll be able to identify those who are going to help us. Now, I would suggest that we have a group selected here, either volunteers or maybe suggestions from us, or nomination, probably a group of 7 individuals. Because of voting, let's make it an odd number. Okay, 7 individuals to be part of that, initial driving force. Of course, eventually, so many decisions will be taken that will further the society. So I'll probably begin to the suggestion by nominating someone if it's accepted. I'm nominating our brother. I'm sure you are a lawyer, right? Okay. If you agree, please indicate. Please introduce yourself. Let's know you. Where is the microphone? Your institution and
I have a first degree in chemistry.
Okay.
Then I came back to study law. I have LLB, LLM.
In fact, you are overqualified.
NIG law. I have MBA from Lagos University.
Thank you very much. Let's have 5 more individuals. I'm automatically including myself, that's it. 5 more nominations.
Thank you, sir. I want to suggest Honorable Ali.
Honorable Ali. Okay. Honorable Ali, please, kindly raise up your hand. Please give him the microphone. Do you accept the nomination and then let us know you?
Well, for this August body, I'll do anything to support the idea.
Sir?
And in actual fact, the combination that I have is humanities, social sciences,
Okay.
and of course, multidisciplinary faculty in the
Okay.
UI here. I did my first degree in English in Ife, second degree in industrial relations and labor relations.
Wow.
Social sciences in UI here. A master's degree in strategic studies in the University of Ibadan here, and ongoing PhD in strategic studies in Ibadan here. Thank you.
Thank you very much for accepting the nomination.
I want to nominate a female.
I need somebody to suggest to nominate him or herself as a rapporteur to help us to take down notes. Otherwise, I will pick you. Should I pick you?
We already have 3 on the board. We need 4 nominations more.
Yes. I need a rapporteur. Who's that? Who?
A rapporteur, yes.
No, Femi is an engineer. You will do it for us, man.
Yes. Please introduce yourself, man. Please give her the microphone.
I am Dr. Olukoji Rahmat from History Department.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So that makes 4 of us. Yes. Okay, sir. No, I'm already automatic. Doctor.
Well, even if we might...
I'm representing the dean already.
Exactly, but it should be on record that you are a member.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please, madam, can you be taking the records? Our automatic secretary.
So thank you. I want to nominate Dr. Usman.
Who's Dr. Usman, please? Oh, okay. Please. Dr. Usman, thank you.
Thanks very much. I promise to serve with the...
Introduce yourself first.
My name is Dr. Denike Usman.
Okay.
From Institute of African Studies and Literature. And also I started my journey at Alikipan University, Ilorin. I started from Faculty of Art from University of Ife as a linguist. From there, I did my master's in linguistics and specialized in German language. Now, from then I moved to the diaspora where I spent my early life. So with this, I will use that opportunity in connecting the center with my chance in these diasporas. And when I came here, I tried to be a politician. I belong to APC. As a politician, I'm a stakeholder in APC policy, which I was also to navigate for the center. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. May I have another suggestion? We need people from core science. We have only 2 left, right? Maybe 1 or 2 from core science, either medicine, physics. Although I think we have somebody from chemistry already. Okay? So we need 2 more. Okay. Are they listening to us? Okay, people online, nominate yourself. Please, people online, we need at least 1 person from you. Please indicate if you are nominating yourself online. Or should we just reserve a place for them? Okay, so let's have the last person. Maybe from core science this time around. Anywhere. Yeah, geographical sensitivity also have to be there. Yes, please. Okay, please. Let's have that.
Thank you so much. My name is Justina Helen Eke. I'm a nurse.
Okay.
I finished from
That's a good one.
Thank you. I started from University of
Okay.
College of sorry,
College of Medicine.
College of Ibadan.
Thank
That's
you.
the School of Nursing. Then to this premier institution, Department of Nursing, where I had my first degree, my second degree, and I'm currently doing my PhD in University of Lincoln University, Malaysia. I'm also a little bit into politics. And I'm also inclined to religious aspects. So I'm into various religious groups. There are matrons, patrons, and the rest of St. Monica Catholic Church. And I was once a leader of the Federal Federation of Catholic Students. I was their president years back. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we have achieved something this afternoon. We already have 6 people. We said we'll pick somebody online. Oh, okay, website promise. Yes.
Just to remind us.
Yes.
That membership database, information online.
Don't worry. We are going to get tired with a lot of information. You have volunteered already. Okay. So thank you very much. Please, I will suggest you still want to say something. No problem. Please, kindly write his name. So please, those of us that are volunteered, I will suggest we wait briefly after lunch. Please, as soon as we finish lunch, or we can bring our lunch together so that we can start discussing the way forward for the organization. And I'm very sure that we are going to receive support from the Dean of Multidisciplinary Studies and other senior members of the faculty. I appreciate your patience. I thank you for your constitution, and I wish you a very nice afternoon. Thank you very much. May I invite Dr. Laide to come to the rostrum for the next in the line of program.
Let's put our hands together. Thank you very much, sir. We do appreciate you for that. I think we are making good progress, right? As some of you must have observed, this is the first conference in Nigeria and in Africa that I know on multidisciplinary studies. In fact, I feel, okay, go ahead and go ahead. Okay. You can Google now. We are in a global village. Search for conference, international. Don't put Ibadan there. Just remove Ibadan. Put international conference in multidisciplinary studies. There's none. This is the only one. Clap for yourself now. And I said, you know, you are here to feel what it takes to start something. Some of you have been thinking of, I want to start a PhD. But until you start, now you don't feel like a PhD. Just say, oh, I will be starting my PhD. Okay, is that an achievement? But if you tell somebody, I have started my PhD, is that an achievement? Is that an achievement? Yeah, If you say, I attended the first international conference in multidisciplinary studies, is that an achievement? They just say, well, okay, let's verify. What do we need to verify? What do you need to verify? What? You don't know how to verify? Oh yeah, tell me, what do you need to verify that you attended the first international conference? One certificate, what again? Buddy, your presentation, what again? Your what? Hey, you are talking too much now. In my class, you raise your hand to talk. Meet ticket. Okay, stop your meet ticket and send to somebody. What again? You have a tag, right? It's part of the property now. I go hang. I know somebody in this office. All the conferences out there, he has something like tag. We will put in the tag there. I say, maybe I should create that type of thing in my office. I don't know how many I will have. But it's good just to tell you that you have achieved something, right? If you have achieved something, appreciate yourself by clapping. You are not clapping. I say clap. You're doing like this. Clap for yourself. You know, you are the only person that can appreciate yourself. You may do something others will not appreciate you. Sometimes when I've worked very hard, I'm on the computer, I just say, Wale, well done. Because I'm the only one there. But I need somebody, I just need to hear well done. And if I don't hear it, I don't feel that I need to continue. I just stand up and go away. But if I tell myself, Wale, well done, yeah, good, then I'll continue until I finish. So I also train my children. When I'm busy, they will come around me and say, Daddy, well done. You know, just feel good about yourself. I'm telling you why I feel good though. If you like, be feeling bad about yourself. Nigeria cannot help you. You don't know? You are the only one that can help yourself. Oh. We have politicians here. I don't know what they are doing for us. If I were a politician, I would just say, for the next conference, I will sponsor 10 people. That's what I know as politician. Now, not just coming and telling us. Politicians here, do you promise? Politicians, if you are here, stand up. Stand up if you are here. Stand up now. Stand up now. Oh, yes. Only one person is there. They don't want to show their politicians again. You see? I just want to validate my hypothesis that you are the only one that can help yourself. Don't depend on politicians. They will say, I'm a politician. Now we ask them, stand up. On a lighter note, just to tell yourself, always encourage yourself. By all means, Nigeria is good. Praise God. It's not so good. Praise God. Your salary is delayed for 41 days. Still praise God. Because the next one will come. So the next step is that we are going to do two things, two critical things. We issue certificates for everybody that has registered. We don't take Mugbomoya. You know what they call Mugbomoya? I heard about the conference. I just strolled in to know what they are doing. Was the certificate for you? So to end the certificate, you must have registered. And just yesterday when I got home, I was just reflecting. I know in some conferences, they have one day, even half day, just to encourage as many people to participate. So I just thought of those who miss first day, they can come for the second day and they still have the benefit of participation. So I said, okay, you can come today. So if you have even come one day, but even if you are just here after tea break, we have not even served lunch, you can still register. Like some people in my department, they didn't bring the list. I say, we need the list. If you don't bring the list, you won't take lunch. Oh. So even in soft copy, send it. We will print later. At least something to hold that you will pay later. So if you are here, you have not registered, but you desire that, I should be counted among the people here. How will you be counted? You have a tag. You have the meal ticket, like my dean said. Then you take lunch. You take photo with us. We take closing photo. Then we also go for cocktail. If you don't have this tag, you cannot admit you for cocktail. Don't just come to the Vice Chancellor's Lodge. Because we deny you. We say we don't know you. Even if we know you, we say we don't know you again. You know it's only like, they go deny you, they don't know you again. You know. We practice everything because it's multidisciplinary. Is anybody that study music here? Music. Yeah, you will sing for us, yeah. So it's part of us. So everything, there's nothing that is not into multidisciplinary. Multi means what? Means what? Multi means what? Means two, means three, means everything. So music, psychology, sociology, agriculture. Somebody saw me today, say, I thought I was told, or maybe I said it, I don't know. I said many things that I forget sometimes. That she realized that I study agricultural economics. I say, oh, I also study agricultural economics from Bowie. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So you need to register. If you are not registered, I'm just trying to encourage you. So even if you have 5,000 naira, bring it. We don't mind. We just want to. Because I love you, and I don't want to just go without being registered. So promise me you will register if you are not registered. So I've given you the list, 5,000 for half a day. We say one day is 10,000. Half a day is 5,000. We'll give you the meal ticket and you get some souvenirs. So please register, because if you don't have this tag, you can't admit you to cocktail. The second thing, so for is the certificate. We already created a platform. The reason why you must get registered, because if you are not registered, you cannot be added to the platform. The platform has many benefits after now. Let me tell you one of them. We have already started since yesterday on the platform, asking people to tell us how they want their names to be written on the certificate. And now we have about 90 people. The last time I checked, we have 86 people who have indicated. That means 86 people have registered. But I assume, since we are Nigeria, it's possible somebody must have come sneaked in who will verify from our financial records to what we have on the list. If you are not on our financial record, we'll remove your name. We'll not even tell you. We'll remove it. You'll just be waiting. Certificate will not come because we cannot verify you on our own system. Make sure you pay at least some money. We want to make it light for you because we know you have left your different offices and places to come, and you should have a benefit of coming, and that is certificate. Is that okay, please? Is that okay, please? I want to be sure I'm not talking to myself, right? Okay. The second thing of the benefit of adding you or paying, getting certificate, is that you'll be on the platform. After a week or two, we'll give some time, we'll change the name of the platform to reflect IICMS, Society for Multidisciplinary Studies. So we adopt the same platform. Whoever is coming will be added to that platform. But that's after we have exhausted the exercise of issuing certificates. We can get some members that will say, oh, I learned I launched a platform. I'd like to be that platform. Of course, we can add up to 1,000 on that platform. So that will be there. So the platform will be useful for getting the people who earn certificates. It will be useful for those who still want to continue with us for the next phase. When we are planning this conference, we thought it would be an annual conference. Because of the challenges we had, we say, hey, can we continue every year? I don't know whether we can vote now. Do you want it every year or every other year? Don't worry, we'll decide what that one later. Based on our internal arrangement. But we will have loved to be every year so that you will keep the memory and say, oh, I'm going to Ibadan next year, February, and things like that. But it depends on the committee will report back to the faculty through the dean, and we can then decide if we enjoy it. We also do evaluation. maybe part of the evaluation will to ask you, how frequent do you want to have a conference? Every year, every other year, every 3 years or something? Your feedback will also help us to decide what to do next. But if it's every year anyway, February is still far away, so we'll see what we can do. The fourth thing is about output of this conference. We want to have a proceedings of the conference. And again, we will let you know, because we want to finish one phase before we go to the other phase. But just let it be rest assured that at some point we will come back to you and give you a timeline to submit your full paper and give you page limits, because some people are in history, they are used to writing 20 pages for something. You cannot read your 20 pages, but I don't know the minimum. But just to let you know that it will be a short manuscript that can go into proceedings. If you have a well-developed manuscript, we can also create an opportunity, because each of the constituent departments in the faculty have journal or related platform for publication. So we can also consult with the department to ask those who presented papers whether they would like to harvest some of those papers for their journals. We will also do that. We want to get back to you with comprehensive information. So the comprehensive information will be that we may likely have 2 tracks: short manuscript for the proceedings, then full manuscript for the journals. Then we'll give you the list of journals that are available within the faculty or within the university. We'll see. But just prepare your mind that such will come. For the proceedings, this is a benefit. For those who pay full money, that is 30,000 or 50,000, you will benefit for the proceeding free of charge, complimentary, right? But if you submit a proceedings, short manuscript for proceedings, and we found out that you pay 20,000, we ask you to add 10,000 naira, just to have a level playing field for everybody. For the journal publication, we need, as I said, we need to consult with the various departments and units to know about the journal available, the volume and things, something that will guide you if you want to make that decision, and how much you need to pay. For that one, we will not have control. You just direct you to the journal and you will settle yourself with them. We don't want to have too many headaches. This one is enough. Okay. I've been talking. I want a feedback. Is there anything you don't understand or something that you understood too much? I want you to bring it down. Yes. Somebody is coming to you, man.
Thank you. Are we getting the certificates now as hard copy, or it will be sent to us virtually?
Yeah, the certificate will be soft copy to your WhatsApp. That's why we have everybody on the platform. We'll make sure everybody is set on the platform before we start issuing the certificate. The plan is that we want to use between now and Friday to update everybody that are registered. Some names are coming from the faculty too, so we need to add them to the platform and make sure that everybody is there. They are giving all the details of how to write their names on the certificate. They will now proceed from Monday. So let me assure you, from Wednesday, give us a week. From Wednesday next week, by God's grace, we'll start issuing the certificate. It will be e-copy in PDF. Thank you. Any other thing? How many people travel outside Ibadan? I want you to raise your hand and probably stand up. You are our heroes. Stand up. You made this conference very exciting for us. Wow. I want you to give them microphone each. If we invite you next time, will you come? How many people will you bring? We'll finish in 5 minutes. I just want you to leave on a lighter note. Well, if you are too hungry, you can go out and take your food.
Definitely, I will.
Well, you are from where?
I'm from Department of Data and Information Science.
Where now? Outside Ibadan?
Outside Lagos, actually.
From Lagos. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes. How many people will you bring next time?
10.
10. Good. It's a promise. So we are on camera.
I'm from Ekiti State.
Ekiti State. Good. How many people will you bring next time?
As many as I can.
Oh, so you are a politician. Join them. Next person, Jare, as many is not quantified.
Good afternoon, all. My name is John Abbas Sylvester. I'm from University, Lagos.
Lagos, too.
Once an accommodation is provided, some students can come. As many as possible.
Oh, I don't want as many. I can't quantify it now. Just go.
I can bring up.
Don't wonder, you are not from UI.
I can bring up to 40, but once there is no accommodation.
I just mention at least 2. Hey, that is being conservative. Oh, don't be. Hey, you are not from UI. I will pardon you.
Okay, I just came from neighboring states, Abeokuta, Ogun State.
How many people are you bringing next time?
The best of my ability.
You see why Nigeria is not making progress? We don't want to be tracked. Nobody wants to track. So Nigeria say I will be there when I want to be there. When China said I want to be there by 2050. Nigeria said by God's grace I will be there. Okay now.
I'm also from Abeokuta.
Thank you, Jare.
Maybe by God's grace, 3.
Good. Yeah, that's measurable.
My name is Daramola from Lagos. I'll come again and again and again by God's grace. I've already brought somebody to pay 5,000 to register.
5,000. Oh, Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Oyebode Ojom. I'm from Lagos. I'll sponsor 2 participants at the next opportunity.
Thank you. That's the spirit, brother. Aha! So the APC woman leader. Hey! Oh, yeah, now.
From Ilorin.
From the north. You are representing the north. And the population in the north will know it's Kano, Ilorin. So don't tell us that, no.
I can assure the Congress that at least I will bring at least 4 people from my department, and I will sponsor 5 people from Ibadan yet.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. We do appreciate you. Anybody question? Because now I want to invite the dean to come and close the conference. But let me announce that immediately we close, do we need to take a photo? Okay, maybe we'll use this place, right? Because the sun is outside. We'll arrange this place somehow and use the stairs to take it, maybe the back, so that we'll take it. So we'll take a group photo. Then you take your meal ticket if you don't have it and go for lunch. Then you come back to the hall and relax. Because from here, we'll be going to the Vice Chancellor's Lodge at 4:30. We need to be there by 4:30. We'll be there by 4:30. So we leave here maybe 4:15. Ma? We'll manage. Thank you. Didn't, sir? You can come up, sir. A round of applause for my dean, the man, the timber, the caliber, the Rocco, Mahogany, Obeche, but not.
Thank you very much. I must commend all of you for participating in this conference. It's not easy, and I've observed that we have been patient and stayed till now, maybe because it's interesting in the journey that we have begun. And in time, as the events unfold, like Dr. Ishola has spoken about what we're trying to do to keep this pack together, we will be making some interventions in the way we engage in the problems that confront us, at least starting from our country. Someone says that You could globally, but you need to act locally. We have to have in mind or bear in our minds that this interdisciplinary platform will be learning from one another, cross-fertilizing ideas. But important thing is to present those ideas, then we could be helped in many ways, more than one, to sharpen them, so that our perspectives could be well channeled, directed in solving a problem. And if we could do this in time, we don't have as many problems as we have now. But we're going to keep this conversation going. And as Dr. Laide, the convener, has also spoken about the platform, we'll be sharing information as we will benefit from on that platform, at least in some kind of a both centripetal form, so that we know how we can leverage our diverse experiences, but going towards the same direction. Well, as we proceed now to taking our lunch and not wasting much of your time, I'll use this opportunity on behalf of the Faculty of Multidisciplinary Studies, University of Ibadan, to declare this conference closed. Thank you.
Come on stage for photos. I have one important announcement. Somebody lost his ATM card or misplaced. It's I think GTB. No? Yeah, GTB. Can I say the name? Okay, no, if you lost your own, you will know. I don't want to say the name. If you don't see me, don't come to me again, or I will give it to a faculty officer, then you can locate him later. As you undo it, you may address. Who should I give it to? I can't use it. So if you lost the ATM card, let me say the name so that you can come and claim it. Should I say the name? It's not important. Oh, yeah, now, wait, come on. Now you are not, you know, if you want to be everybody, come on.
Is this streaming now?
Oh, it's streaming. How people from that? What is that?
I start right. I don't think.
Okay, let me take. Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay, now. Okay, now. What is also going to go on next? Because you are taking people at the height. My camera, man. This guy, him to turn. Let it come down. Come down. I wait for the sign up.